cannot hear anything. Check. Oh, now I know. Okay, ShiFtheads. We're doing a show.
Something has awakened from deep, deep down inside of life.
Guess what, ShiFtheads? It's time for the Leroy and Earl Show.
All right, welcome to whoa, too hot, Rick, too hot.
Well, you know we're messing with the volume stuff.
I know we're messing with the volume stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on here. This is the Leroy Earl Show, the adult cartoon and podcast. And tonight on the show, Earl is a little under the weather, so he's not here.
Son of a bitch!
I know, I'm sorry. But I got a great show lined up for you. We're going to do a replay of, if you're watching on YouTube, you're seeing what it is. Replay from March 13, 2015, episode 26, The Valley of ShiFt, part 1, and at least the first hour we'll replay. And we are still, as always, live on strangelabel.com, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every week. I am going to try and monitor that chat tonight, guys, so if you want to chat, hit me up. I'll have a little more time to chat with you while the replay is playing. And in the news this week on the Leroy Earl Show, we are trying to get our YouTube audio back on track. One of the problems we were having was the soundboard wasn't loud enough and the sound on the computer was too loud, so I tried to level all that stuff out this week. But,
Son of a bitch!
Rick, what are you doing?
You told me to play stuff on the computer so you could. So if Mr. Earl is listening, he could tell us if it's too loud.
Yes, I did tell you that, and hopefully Mr. Earl is listening. Again, Earl is not feeling well, so he got the night off. Tuna is with him. Of course, Tuna is his Earl friend. So, anyway, you can still call us at 330-474-9833 during the show. If someone calls, I'll just pause the replay and I'll talk to you. Because this is that kind of podcast. It's the adult cartoon podcast. I'm Leroy. My buddy Earl in State, again, is under the weather. And we're going to get this replay under the way. What are you looking at?
There's a call coming in.
I didn't hear anything.
It's on line 3.
Oh, who is it?
It's Mr. Gorman.
Oh, shoot. Crap. I totally forgot about that. Well, put him through. Hey, Saul, what's up?
Mr. Whoa, kind of loud. Sorry. Hey, Leroy. I tuned in here. I'm watching on YouTube. Not bad. I like it. What the hell? When am I going to do my NFL picks of the week?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I was going to have you on this week, but, Earl's not here, so I'm doing a replay.
Well, what the F? Does that mean you can't do the NFL picks?
Well, I suppose I could. Let's do it right now.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Do it right now.
Jeez, you have to be such an ass about it. All right, here's Saul Gorman with his NFL picks of the week.
All right, thank you, Mr. What's going on? Well, thank you, Mr. Leroy.
I'm really trying to do too much stuff at once here, guys. Sorry.
It's all right. So, not a big deal. Don't freak out. Don't freak out. Hey, by the way, why are you wearing those sunglasses?
Well, I thought it'd be cool. I got just the one webcam. It's just me. And I thought, the hat and the glasses just might add a little, showmanship to it.
Well, it's cool, but can you see the soundboard?
No.
Well, that's not going to work.
Well, let's give it a shot. Go ahead. Let's hear it. NFL picks of the week.
All right, this is Saul Gorman with the NFL picks of the week, and first of all, we're going to start with game 1 of the week. Tomorrow night, the New York Jets go in to meet the Cleveland Browns, who haven't won a game since Moses was taking the Egyptians across the Red Sea.
I believe it was the Jews.
Don't interrupt me.
All right, sorry.
And make sure you keep that music going there.
All right, Ricky, when that ends, start it over.
Do it, Rick. So, anyway, yeah, I believe the Cleveland Browns are going to get their first victory on Thursday night against the New York Jets, and they're going to do it in their home, stadium there in Cleveland. That's my prediction. Moving on to Sunday's games, the Saints at the Falcons. This is going to be a shootout, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the Falcons will win, and the Saints will start 0-3. The Packers at the Redskins. Packers are going to win that game big time. Colts at the Eagles. Eagles will win. Buffalo Bills going up to Minnesota to play the 1-0-1. I'm sorry, excuse me, Leroy.
No problem.
Vikings, they're going to win. The Raiders, John Gruden hasn't won a game yet. He's 0-2. He's going to go down to Miami, and guess what, folks? He's going to be 0-3. The Broncos go up to meet the Ravens. The Broncos will take that game. The Bengals at the Panthers. I believe the Bengals will beat the Panthers on their home turf. The Giants at the Texans. I believe the Giants will win. The Titans go down to the undefeated Jacksonville Jaguars, and that team is on fire, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe the Jaguars will continue to win. The San Francisco 49ers are going in to play the Kansas City Chiefs, and that quarterback, he has, the only way he can be more on fire is if you poured gas on him and threw a lighter at him. The Chiefs are going to win again in a big style, again like they have been doing. The LA Rams are playing the LA Chargers. What the hell sense does that make?
I know it's sad, isn't it?
Why the hell is the Chargers in LA? Makes no sense. Anyway, the Chargers are going to play the Rams. The Rams will win. The Cowboys are going in up to Seattle to play the Seahawks, who are struggling mighty, and I believe the Seahawks will get off the schneid and beat the Cowboys. The Bears are going down to play the Cardinals, and I'm telling you what, the Cardinals suck on wheels, my friend, and the Bears will beat them. And then Sunday night, the Patriots go up to the Motor City to play the Lions, and I'm sorry to say, Dildano, but the Lions are going to start 0-3 because the Patriots are going to win. And then on Monday night, the big game, the one everyone's wanted to see, the Steelers go down to Tampa Bay to face Fitzmagic. And guess what, my friends? The Steelers are going to lose, my friends. Fitzmagic and the Buccaneers are going to beat the Steelers into the turf, and that'll be it for the Steelers. No playoffs. They'll be on this. The Browns will be above the Steelers in the standings at the end of next week. This is Saul Gorman with my NFL picks of the week. Hey, Leroy.
Yeah, what's up?
Thanks for taking time to do this, and I know you got a lot on your plate there.
It's not a problem at all. I appreciate you coming on.
All right, I'll talk to you guys later. This is Saul Gorman out.
See us all. Thanks. I appreciate that. All right, that was Saul Gorman with NFL picks of the week. Again, as I said, Earl's not here tonight, and
Son of a bitch!
we're going to do a replay. This one starts off great. It starts off with one of our classic prank phone calls we used to do. Make sure I got the volume up here. I can't see anything. Laptop. There. Okay. All right. This is here we go with the replay. This is the Valley of ShiFt.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Oh, I wanted to explain this first. We did a prank call. We called someone on a landline. I think in California. We didn't know who they were. The hell was that? My phone fell off. So we called this landline and we got a message, right? The answering machine. So I'm leaving a message, and then somehow, this lady picks up the phone and she's just there. And it freaked us out, and this is how we handled it.
Hi, you've reached Leroy Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy,
And I'm Earl.
and we're not available to take your call right now. But if you leave a short message and go to www.LeroyEarlsPitchShift.com, check out that, and then give us a call back. Or message us on Facebook and tell us how much you hate getting a message. This has been Leroy.
Thanks for calling.
Adios. We're going to get sued
Hello?
for sure. Hello?
Hello, how can I help you?
This is Leroy from Leroy Earl's Pitch Shift. Who's this?
I'm sorry?
Don't be sorry. This is Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're calling from Leroy Earl's Pitch Shift podcast. How are you doing tonight? Don't be nervous. Hello? We must have
Yeah, I'm Earl.
we must have a bad connection. Is everything okay over there?
I'm not sure. Who are you calling?
Who are you?
You called us.
You called my number.
We did?
That's odd. My phone rang and I answered it, and it was you.
We're on a radio show and you called us. We answered the phone and you're live.
You didn't call WQRX 104.8?
I'm sorry. Are you calling me or?
No, you're calling us.
Okay, no, I did not. My phone rang.
Well, what's your question?
I have no question.
You're sure you didn't call us? You haven't been drinking tonight, have you?
I don't drink.
Smoking a little weed there or something? Because you called us.
It's legal. It's legal in California.
Yes.
All right, so who's calling again?
This is Leroy and Earl from Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. It's a podcast, radio show, internet radio. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we just answered the phone and there you were. So what's your name, caller? First name only.
Carol.
Carol. It's nice to talk to you this evening. Thanks for calling again.
Okay, well, I didn't call. My phone rang, like I said.
That's odd. Are you watching The Walking Dead? Are you keeping up on The Walking Dead?
Of course.
All right.
I just can't believe that she called us, but yet she answered her phone. It must be some kind of weird... Are you on a cell phone?
No, you're calling a residence.
It's a landline.
What?
That is weird. It must be some kind of like cross connection or something, because we're on the internet.
Did you watch the last episode of The Walking Dead?
Yes, I did.
What do you think about this new fling they got going on between that bombshell blonde and Carl?
It's not Carl.
Awesome.
It's Rick.
Rick, I'm sorry, not Carl. That'd be weird if it was Carl.
Did you say your name was Carol?
Yes, it is.
Carol, just like the Carol from The Walking Dead.
Oh boy.
Exactly.
Nice.
I didn't really like what you did to that little boy there. You're stealing them guns there, Carol.
This is really funny and all, but I really didn't make the call.
Well,
My phone rang, and you guys, all I heard was voices coming out of the answering machine.
Oh, you had an answering machine. That is so weird. So, well, we apologize. This is some kind of weird phone line internet mix-up thing, but we were
Our intern here, Ricky, is a little bit slow with the phones and everything else he does, and we apologize.
I'm sorry, Mr. Leroy.
No
Just get
problem.
out of here.
You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
All
Check
right,
out.
well, enjoy the rest of The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
I will.
and you should check out our
do.
podcast. You should check out this podcast since you're talking to us. It's LeroyandEarlsPitchShift.com.
All right.
Thanks,
I'll
Carol.
do.
Bye.
See ya, Carol.
Bye-bye.
What a nice lady. What a really nice lady.
Dude, that was awesome.
What's that?
What a good sport.
I was confused as hell. I thought you called another number.
I was confused because it said exit, and I thought I was hanging up, and I exited the whole Google Hangouts. And then when I came back, you're talking to we're talking to somebody. So I didn't know what was going on.
That's hilarious. It's too bad I forgot to record it.
You gotta be shitting me.
I did.
Okay. Okay, because that was like hitting a jackpot on the first try.
That'll never happen again.
Listen to Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift podcast. It's some seriously funny shit. Check them out. Leroy and Earl's PitchShift.com.
Leroy and Earl's PitchShift.com. That was fun.
She was nice.
Very nice lady. Yep. Good sport. You don't get that often. All right, everybody. All both of you who are listening, all two of you, welcome to yet another episode, another epic episode, number 26, Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And we're going to pitch you some shift.
Don't pitch that shift.
Yes. It feels like it's been a long time since we've done this the regular way. You know what I mean? Like you're there.
Oh yeah, I've been gone a little while.
Right. And
old Ricky there kidnapped me, man.
Yep, 2 weeks ago.
And then you kidnapped me last week to do that in-house interview.
That's true.
Which was a disaster.
No, it wasn't a disaster.
I mean, not the interview, but the whole setup and everything was.
Well, I mean, the only downside was you sounded different, but it was different.
Yeah, and I feel bad. I feel like we owe our fan for the last 2 episodes, because the last episode, Mad Dog, it really wasn't about comedy. It was a plug.
Right.
It was a you help us, we help you thing. That's exactly what it was.
And it was. I just wanted to have a live studio guest and see if we could pull it off. And he was a good one.
And we did, and it went well. But then the week before that, my bad. I got kidnapped by Ricky.
Right, which
I couldn't. He overpowered me with his retard strength.
Can't say that. He's not retarded. First of all,
just bleep it out.
He's just a little slow. And
I'll just say whatever I need to say, and you just bleep it.
All right.
Like they do on them professional shows.
Right. Well, Ricky's not here again, so he didn't kidnap you because you're there at the ShiFt studio. So,
well, he didn't re-kidnap me.
No, he's pissed because if you listen to that episode where he kidnapped you, and I hosted the show with Father James, I had to promise him mic time. He wants to get on the microphone and talk, and I'm not letting him anywhere near this mic. It's an expensive microphone, and he will break it. And so
yeah, I heard his joke, and it was pretty funny.
That joke was funny. Well, the thing is, I promised him mic time if he brought you back. So he brought you back, but then I said, no, you're not getting mic time. So he's pissed. But I think we'll give him a call here in a few minutes and see if we can. I got
things should be running smoother then. Should be less messed up, less technical errors.
So far, so good. We'll see how the rest of the show goes. Wow.
Hey. Back to you, Leroy.
All right, and here's Earl with whatever. No. Tonight on the show, we got an part 1 of our
autism.
Part 1 of our 24-part series on psychics. That's right. It's called The Valley of ShiFt. And you will understand that title once you've heard a few of the episodes. It's actually, it's awesome. Earl and I went undercover.
Yeah, I'm Earl.
And he's Earl. We went undercover for a real news story. And we actually called the California Psychic Hotline. And it's it's going to be an ongoing segment on the show for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks. And it's hilarious. So we're going to do that a little bit later. And,
it actually reminds me, we had a poll throughout the week, and let me pull up the results here. It was on Facebook. It was on Leroy and Earl's PitchShift.com.
Yeah, I don't think anybody even answered that.
We did. We got some answers. Of course, you took it down off the website already, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll find it here.
It was messing up the mobile site. While you're looking for that, I'd like to tell everybody, hey, we just started a Twitter page a couple weeks ago at Leroy and Earl, and it's taken off. We got like 150 followers in 2 weeks, and those are real, unlike our Facebook likes.
This poll, which was hosted all week, we've got the poll is, do you believe in psychics? That's the question. The first answer, yes, psychics have special abilities to help others. Second answer is no, they're batshit crazy. And the third answer is, I don't know, I need to hear more evidence on this week's Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift podcast. The results are in. 40% of the people out there that voted,
Yes.
they believe in psychics.
40%. Wow.
40%. I didn't expect it to be
Yeah.
that big. 20% do not believe in psychics, or they think they're batshit crazy. And the other 40% are listening to our podcast.
Awesome. Awesome. That's a good poll. People, I don't know if people like polls.
I think they do, but
I mean,
this poll,
strippers
when I
do.
set it up, I hope you like polls.
So
I hope when I set this up, I was hoping that they would be able to just click right from Facebook. I don't like having to go to external sites. You know what I mean?
You're right, but that's not how it works.
Well, we got to figure out a way, because I know we can do it on the website where they could just click on the website right there for
You know,
future reference.
You know, Earl, there's a lot of ShiFt we got to figure out that we haven't figured out, like how to
Right.
make a freaking RSS feed, how to get the show on iTunes. That's a
Or
huge thing.
what an RSS feed is.
Yeah, what the hell it is. I mean, you'll find out in one of the later episodes of the Valley of ShiFt that even the psychic couldn't tell us what an RSS feed was. Jeez, it's a psychic. She can't tell us what the RSS feed is. All right. Anyway, follow us on Twitter. Go to our Facebook page. If you want to like it, like it. If you want to share it with your friends, share it. You know what? At this point, this is episode 26. We've been begging you, mother effers, to like this and share it with your friends. If you're not going to do it, I don't care anymore.
Yes, if you're not going to like the show, then I would like you to go and leave a message on our forum on the Facebook page saying that you don't like the show.
Right.
If we get enough people to do that, then we'll quit doing this damn show. But until then, you better get your ass over there and like the show.
And we still got that guy working on an app that forces this show onto people's iPhones, and they have to pay to get it off. So
Yeah, it's just hard to communicate with a guy who's working out of Syria, so...
dead air.
Yeah, that's dead air. We don't
Dead
have to
air
explain
sucks.
it. They know that you're looking
Dead-
at something.
Well, we got a message on Facebook, and I was checking it out.
That they don't like the show.
No, it says he says this is Denny from Kentucky. He says, listening live, you guys are nuts. Nice job. Got to tell you that I listened to a couple pre-recorded podcasts on the way to Kentucky this week. Thanks, Denny. That's awesome.
Did you make that up just to make me feel good, or is
No,
that a real thing?
That's real. You can go to our
So-
you can go to our Facebook page and look at it. It's on. It's
So Denny's official.
Denny is official. Yeah. Thanks, Denny.
All right.
Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, what do we got here? Hold on. What's this? All right.
There's a thing. If you forget, there's a thing to your right
All right,
that
I
says
got it.
what's next.
I got it. Don't get all bent out of shape. I'm going to call Ricky up here. That dumbass.
Ricky. He's actually an alright guy on the ride
See
back.
if he answers.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Hello?
Ricky.
Hello?
Ricky.
Yes.
Hey,
Hello?
Ricky, buddy, I tried to talk him into letting you on the mic. It just didn't happen. Where are you at?
Well, I gotta tell you the truth, I don't really know where I'm at right now. I was at a bar downtown, and then I went over to a pizza place, and then this guy said, hey, you wanna come with me in my van? And I'm in the van right now.
Oh, all right.
You're in a van.
That's right, I'm in the van. I'm really upset with you, Mr. Leroy.
When are you not upset with me, Ricky?
When you let me on the microphone. You said you would let me on the microphone if I took the ball gag out of Mr. Earl's mouth and brought him back from Florida. And I did, and then you said I couldn't be on the microphone.
Right. You can't be on the microphone because you'll break it. I don't want it broken. I'll tell you.
Oh, come on, Leroy. Just let him do some stand-up.
Are you going to let him be on your microphone? You going to come over to your studio and screw up your
No,
stuff?
but isn't there some way we can let him do his
I'm
stand-up
not gonna
gig?
screw up your stuff,
I think I got a good compromise.
okay?
You can do your Ricky's joke of the week on the phone, like you are right now. You don't have to be in some stranger's van, but you can do your joke of the
That's
week.
the real
on the
joke.
phone.
Well, he's not a stranger. I met him tonight. We're friends now.
Okay, well, anyway, do you have... All right, we will do Ricky's joke of the week on the phone, and then... Is that good enough?
Well, it's not what you promised me, but okay. I could go with that. Ricky's joke of the week on the phone?
Yes, Ricky's joke of the week on the phone. Earl, is that all right with you?
Yeah, I mean, I want to hear what he has to say.
Do you have
probably
a
gonna be stupid, but I'll hear it.
Do you have a joke now, Ricky?
I do. I have a joke right now, and I think Mr. Earl will appreciate this joke the most because he's the only one of us that's married, right?
Right. Earl just got married, and I'm not married. So what's the joke?
Okay, the rest is... All right, Ricky's joke of the week. How do you know when your wife is dead?
What?
Well, we don't know.
Say that again. Say that again.
How do you know when your wife is dead?
When she's dead? Like not alive anymore?
Correct. Are you deaf? How do you know when your wife is dead?
Well, what do you mean? I mean, you know when your wife is dead when she's not breathing.
No, this is the joke, Mr. Earl. How do you know when your wife is dead?
Come on, Ricky, tell us. How do we know when your wife is dead?
The sex is the same, but the dishes pile up.
See, can you imagine if he was on the microphone? He would probably break stuff. There's no way.
Oh, come on, you know that was good. Get it? The sex is the same, but
That's pretty funny, Ricky. But I gotta disagree with there. I'm thinking that you would probably get more sex.
Well, you could get all the sex you wanted, but oh gee, never mind. Bye.
He hung up.
Yeah, he's got some funny jokes.
Not
I like
bad.
it.
Not bad. I mean, considering
Maybe get him his own mic one of these days, huh?
Maybe. There's nothing in the budget because up to now, even though there's like 58 donate buttons on our website, only one person has donated money to the show.
And at the amount that they donated, they need to donate maybe 8 more times before we buy another mic.
I want to shout out again to Dr. Brown from the University of Michigan. He's the one who donated. So he donated towards our billboard fund. So we only need $6,990 more to put a billboard up.
Cool.
So there you go. All right, buddy. All right, we talked about all that stupid stuff, Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, and the website, LeroyEarlsPitchShift.com. And you're back. This is episode 26, and I think it's time for news and weather. What do you think?
Cue it up.
Let's hear some weather.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the weather with Earl. All right. What do we got here first today? We got Akron, Ohio. That's where we're podcasting from. I'm just going to give you the forecast. Things are looking better for us. 44 degrees right now. It's raining. It's going to rain tomorrow, but it's going to be 53. Sunday, we're looking at partly cloudy with 47 degrees. 20% chance of rain. It's getting better.
Wow!
Wait for this, Christopher Walken. Monday, 66 degrees. Partly cloudy, partly sunny. 20% chance of precipitation. It's looking good for us.
Wow!
Wow.
All right, and if you're just tuning in, a.k.a. Denny, you don't know how we do things. We like to give weather in other areas. San Diego, California, 79 degrees. Should I do Kentucky? Isn't that where he said he was going?
He's in Kentucky. He's Kentucky, yeah. Denny from Kentucky.
Denny from Kentucky.
What's the weather in Louisville?
Louisville, Kentucky's 55 degrees right now, light rain. So he's about the same boat we are. And
it's a little warmer.
Earl.
I got to tell you, this winter has been so effed up and so bad. Like this week, it's felt like heaven, and it's only in like the mid 40s, but it's felt like heaven. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I seen a video the other day. It's kind of funny that it shows him looking at the guy's in his car and he looks at the temperature on his dashboard and it says 47 degrees, and it's October, and he's just like all bundled up. Man, it's cold. And then it shows him in March and it's 47 degrees and he's like ripping his shirt off. Yeah, and windows down. You
All
know how
right,
it goes.
that's the weather for tonight.
That was the weather with Earl. Back to you, Leroy.
Things are looking up in the weather department all around the country. Everybody's looking better. All right, well, this is about the time when we hit some news. And you know what? The time is going by quick, just so you know.
All right, I'm going to speed through this real quick here. I won't concentrate on
we got to get you a clock over there. So
cue up the music there,
here's
buddy.
the news.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week, Chuck Norris turned 75, and he's in great shape.
Damn.
Did you know that, Leroy?
I didn't know he was that old.
Did you also know when Chuck Norris was born, he drove his mom home from the hospital? Moving on.
I did not know that.
All right, let's see here. What else do we have here? Okay, I got a little map here. It's about the the map of all the states and what they're best at. Like for example, Maine has the least violent crime here. Ohio, where we're from, most libraries. Like that's a big deal.
But they can't
let's
read.
see here. What's that?
But most of us can't read.
Most of us can't read, but there's some interesting ones I wanted to point out, and I'll move on here. I know we're limited on time. What do you think North Dakota is known for there, Leroy?
North Dakota is known for the best buffaloes.
Nope. I'll give you a hint. It's something you're not known for.
Having sex?
No. Biggest penises. North Dakota apparently has the biggest penises.
You gotta be kidding me.
Now, something more up your alley. Let's see here. Wyoming is has the lowest rate of syphilis. Oh, I got that wrong. That's not up your alley.
It's up your ass.
Anyways, I mean, there's the least obese right down the road from there. California, most breastfed babies. That seems pretty interesting.
Well, they have the most breasts, so that would make sense.
Yeah, that does make sense. All right, moving on from that story. All right, this entire neighborhood secretly learned sign language to surprise a deaf neighbor, and that was no easy feat. Michael thought it was just going to be any day like any other day when he and his sister went about their regular routine, stopping for bagels, buying fruit from a street vendor. He even took taxis, even bumping into other pedestrians on the street. I guess that's what he does on a regular basis, is bump into people left and right. Except one thing was very, very different for Michael, who is hearing impaired. Not learning impaired, that would be me. Every single person he interacted with that day spoke to him in sign language. Like everybody out there didn't talk to him in any form other than sign language. From bagel shop employees who let him know the bagels were hot, to the apologizing pedestrian that bumped into him, to the outgoing cab driver that he caught a ride from. A neighbor finally spilled the beans on cameras to Michael. Obviously touched Michael was. Just listen to what he had to say.
Okay. Wow, that is touching.
Yes, very touching story.
Amazing.
Okay,
Yes,
moving on. For the first time, the Senate will consider legalizing medical marijuana. What do you think about that there, big guy?
I think they should legalize all marijuana. I'm tired of hearing the phrase medical marijuana.
Right, me too, because it's just an in to get the I know they got to do it to get some of the people who think, "Oh, if it's medical, it's okay," but
It's bull crap.
Yeah, it's BS.
Yeah.
Just legalize it altogether.
That's right. You're right.
All right. Well, anyways, that was about.
That's.
And then I got a couple more things. I'll be done here in a second. Tesla. Have you ever heard of Tesla Motors?
I have. I heard of the band Tesla, and I know about Nikolai Tesla.
All right, Leroy back here. I'm interrupting this replay, checking some audio levels here because I upped it a little more again for YouTube. Hopefully it's not too loud on everything else. Probably won't be. Again, we're doing a replay here from March 13, 2015. We haven't even got to the good part yet, the Valley of ShiFt, although I did laugh quite a few times at what was going on there. If you would like to call in, we are live right now on YouTube and Strange Label. Call me at 330-474-9833. I'm doing a replay because Earl is not feeling well, and he isn't. He does have allergy issues and a tiny penis. And I only said that because I've been drinking Jack and Coke. Got my Saints glass here. I have several different NFL glasses. I'm not necessarily a Saints fan. I love all NFL teams, all 31 of them. Only team I don't like is the Steelers because they're cheaters. And yeah, I live in the Cleveland area. But anyway, what's going on in the replay here? There we go.
And slightly nutty cloud of uncertainty.
We got to get to the Valley of ShiFt part, otherwise we're going to run out of time.
Incidents of public pooping over 3 years.
So I'm going to fast forward this. I'm going to try and do this. Wow.
When state highway patrolmen arrived on the scene, the trucker presented his...
Still not...
So they don't know. Is it against the law? Hell, I don't know.
Some music. We probably took a break.
Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
Maybe we'll get into it here.
Pitch you some more Shift.
I want to pitch something at you. Actually, I want to pitch it at do you think Lenny, the driver, I'd like, if you're listening out there, Lenny, I'd like to know where you
We used to call this show Leroy Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm not sure why, but I'm trying to get to the Valley of ShiFt part here.
Actually, Earl took the lead on this. We went undercover, and so now we have...
This is only part one, so you're only going to hear the beginning of it.
On Psychics, we're going to play for you. Tonight's part one of a 67-part series.
My voice sounds different, doesn't it?
ShiFt.
That's
and you know what?
because
This really is
What? Turn it down. What? What did you say?
You haven't take that stuff.
What stuff, Ricky?
You said you were taking stuff for your wiener.
I didn't take anything for my wiener. Freaking turn that back up.
Segments of it over the next 6 weeks, probably. Tonight's segment is Earl basically setting up his account and just trying to get on the line with the psychic to start off with. It's entertaining. We're going to play it for you here. We might stop it if you feel like interjecting some comments during the...
Well, I'd like to interject right now.
This wouldn't be interjecting, but go ahead.
Are you only going to play me setting up the account?
Just tonight, yeah.
You were not going to hear from a psychic?
Not tonight. It's called teaser. It's a teaser.
Oh, come
But
on,
this is
man.
funny.
You got to give him some juice.
But this is fun.
We can't stretch this out over 6 weeks.
Listen, the setting up is funny. Well, let's play it.
All right, play it. I'll be the judge of that.
Right,
I'll
okay,
be
we
the
can
judge
play-
of that.
we'll
Or
play it.
let Lenny be the judge of that.
Right, Lenny, you let us know. We'll play it if it's not enough. We only have 20 minutes left, and it's a 5-minute segment. So we'll see how it goes. So we'll play it right now.
Denny will decide.
All right, Denny, message us and let us know if you need to hear more. Here's clip 1 of our 58-part series, The Valley of ShiFt.
Wow.
Thank you for choosing California Psychics. This is Tara, and may I have your name, please?
Earl Lemus Tate.
I'm sorry, what was your first name?
And I'm Earl.
Earl?
Yes.
And what would be... Now, do you have an account with us?
I just called probably maybe 10 minutes ago, and I spoke to Vernon. I spoke to... I was supposed to speak to Beatrice, who's going to help me out. I spoke to another lady. I got disconnected, and you guys have got $30 of mine, and I want a reading.
All right. And what was the last 4 numbers of your PIN for your account, please?
Is it the phone number? They gave me a number, which was my phone number, 330-431-8135, and then it was 0101. That was from Vernon.
Okay. And what was your last name, please?
Tate, T-A-T-E.
Okay. Let me see.
Earl Lemus Tate.
All right.
And I'm Earl.
All right, Earl. Now, let's see here. So I have you set here. I just need to set you with one of our readers. The subject you're looking to cover, was it more relationship matters, career, friends, family, or a bit of everything?
It's a bit of everything.
All right.
I'm just wondering if this is a good idea to spend $30 on this or not. Can we get somebody for that?
I can definitely get you set with someone for your reading.
All right.
You said it was just a bit of everything, right?
Yes.
All right. Now, let me see here. Sorry, I'm just trying to see who we have. I know focus on a lot, because a lot of them are on call, but one of the psychics I have is Psychic Valley. Quick pace, easy to talk to. You just ask her the main concern of your questions you want her to focus on. She'll let you know good or bad, what she sees currently, and the future outcome. Can even pick up on the emotions of another person if you give her the first name and the main concern of your question.
What's up?
You a-hole, you did not bleep out my phone number and pen.
I did, didn't I?
Denny's probably rolling down the freeway right now, talking to Beatrice or one of the other psychics on my dime, and I'm gonna be boosting some things on your account.
I'm sorry. What can I say? I did bleep it out. I must have played the wrong clip. Hey, here's an idea. Let me just throw something out to you. The amount of crap, the amount of ShiFt. You know what? Never mind. This is a podcast.
Yeah, you should remember the important stuff, Leroy.
No, listen. This is a podcast. There's no FCC rules here.
Thank God that's a fake number and a fake voice, and I'll be able to fight it in court and say that wasn't all my money that was being spent on California psychics.
Of mother effing the amount of fucking shit that I do on this show for the technical side.
Your mouth.
Listen, I'm tired of you giving me crap.
There's truckers listening. Watch your mouth, Leroy.
Are you done? Should I resume play?
Yes. Let's move on from this.
I sincerely apologize.
But the next time we'll use your account.
Earl, I sincerely...
And then maybe you'll remember to bleep it out. Move on.
Before we move on, let me sincerely look at me.
Okay,
look
that's
at
it.
Me.
That listener, that's
me.
it for this
Shut
week.
Up.
We're gonna argue the rest of the time.
No, I want to sincerely apologize for accidentally putting out your fake phone number and
real pen code that they're probably gonna call.
But
and
they have to
rack up my real credit card with.
In relation to what you want her to look into with them?
I hate you sometimes.
All right. That sounds wonderful.
All right. So what I need to do is have our system call your line in 40 seconds to connect your line over, and then you just type in the last four numbers of your pen.
So you're going to connect me in, and I just put the 0101?
Yep, it'll call out, and you'll just type in 0101.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie.
All right, and the 38135 number
beeped.
or a different number?
That's a different.
That was beeped. Are you telling me it wasn't beeped before?
The first one wasn't bleeped. Just keep playing it. For number, I was kind of nervous about giving my real number. But you guys aren't going to call me, right? I can just call you, right?
I would need our system to call out to your line to connect you to the psychic. That's why I was needing the number you. Let me see. That's why you haven't been able to get connected.
That's not going to work. Can you connect me to the psychic, or can you just give me a reading?
I can't. I'm a customer service, but I can have you set with the reader. But I would need to have our system call out to whatever number you'd like the call to go to.
Can you give me your psychic's number, and I will call them, and they will be expecting my call?
Our system does not work that way. We have our automated system dial out the line and connect the two calls.
My system does not accept incoming calls.
Let's see. Let me see if I have anyone available.
Yeah, if you could just transfer me now, that'd be great.
See, the only thing is...
I don't care who it is. I don't care if they got power to tell the future, or summons like, some of my lost relatives.
Although there's certain ones that do that, not all psychics do that. It's a different ability to be able to do something like that.
I've been told I've got an extra chakra. Do you know what a chakra is?
I've heard of that.
I got pizzazz. I think that's what they're trying to tell me.
Okay. Well, that's a good thing. All right, now, I'm trying to see if we have anyone available.
So I gotta tell you, I'm Ricky.
I gotta tell you, that's pretty funny. I'm really enjoying this replay. we made the Valley of ShiFt was probably, I mean, we're only 26 episodes in when we started the show, and it's hilarious. I just wanted to interject that I find this very funny. I don't know if it's the Jack and Coke or the fact that this show is freaking funny. LeroyandEarl.com.
Because it's been busy tonight.
Really?
Yeah. So all my psychics, they are on calls right now.
Can I just stay on hold until, I
can't keep you on hold because I have a backup of callers waiting to get connected.
What I don't understand is they should have known you were going to call, right? What?
Yeah, and another question that was just brought up in my mind there is she can't stay on hold with me because they have a backup of callers waiting to talk to psychics. I'm here waiting to talk to a psychic.
Right now. Well,
right now,
for some
ahead
reason,
of those guys.
For some reason, they really wanted to call you. Like, that's how they want to do it. They want to hang up and then call you. So
I told her I can't accept incoming calls. That number.
Maybe I could do replays like this. I'll just voice the Leroy part like I'm talking. What do you think, guys? Message me on Facebook, Twitter. I don't give a shit.
I gave you was fake. As a matter of fact, all the my name on my credit card, it was all fake. I can do that because I did actually use my real credit card, but those idiots charged me anyways.
All right, let's listen to the rest of this part.
For service for
but, can you refund my money then?
We can do that if you didn't want to.
Well, I can't accept incoming calls.
Receive a call.
I can't accept incoming calls, ma'am.
Okay. Well, I know if you wanted to try back in one more time, there's a couple readers that would be available in about 5 minutes. If you want to try that way. Oh, wait.
Wow. Who you got?
I have... Looks like Psychic Valley popped up. Finished with that call. So what I can do is transfer you over.
Okay.
When I transfer your line, though, it's going to prompt you to type in your PIN number. So you're going to type in the 330-431-8135 and then 0101. Okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Again.
All right.
Sorry.
Email.
I have... Looks like Psychic Valley popped up. Finished with that call. So what I can do is transfer you over.
You running some turntables
When I transfer your line, though, it's going to prompt you to type in your PIN number. So you're going to type in the 330-431-8135 then 0101. Okay?
Okay, I'll do that.
All right. I'll send you now. Anything else I can take care of for you?
No, that's it.
All right. You take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. All right, I'm going to interject right here.
Go ahead. That's the end of segment 1 of our.
You mean to tell me that that's all you're going to play?
We have I can play another one. Yes.
That wasn't even funny.
I thought it was funny.
They're here to hear the psychics, not people who, can't get me through to psychics. That wasn't even funny part.
You don't think it was funny? I thought it was funny.
No. It's all right. It's entertaining, but you can't just leave. So Denny's gonna wait another week to hear. You give him the other psychic, man. If we have to call more psychics,
all right, okay. We have
11
minutes left on the show. And we have the next segment 2 of our 48-part series, The Valley of ShiFt. Here we go. This is segment 2.
Thanks for calling California Psychics. Could I get your first name, please?
Earl. I'm Earl.
Earl, how are you tonight?
I'm doing, I've had better days. I've been having a rough week.
Well, that's not good.
If you're just tuning in, this is Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. I'm Leroy.
And I'm Earl.
And this is our undercover series on the California Psychic Hotline. We call the psychics. They didn't know we were Leroy and Earl's Pitch Shift. They didn't know where they were going to be on a comedy talk podcast.
And she's Valley.
That's right. Here we go. Here's some more.
How can I help you tonight? Love, career, finance, something like that? Or just start into you?
All of that would be good. All of that would be good. But I've had, I cannot hold down a job at all. I've had, in 1 month, I've had 4 jobs. Do you know anything about that?
Okay. Anything about having 4 jobs in a month? That's not fun at all. But let's see. The one thing that I would say is going on with you is that you've got, your energy is shifting. We need to put your energy back into another realm. We need to change your energy back.
I've been
for some
told.
reason, somehow, some way. Yeah?
Well, I mean, are you getting the sense that I have an extra chakra? Because I've been told that I have an extra chakra, and sometimes when you have extra chakra, it's like a dirt bike with a big motor. Just hard to keep on holding on, you know?
Wow.
There you go. I would agree with that. That's interesting analogy, but I would agree with that. And it does feel like you've got kind of a lot happening in your world, but you can change that. I still feel like you can make that change happen.
What am I changing?
Well, the dirt bike with the big engine, you're changing the chakra, you're changing the job scenario, you're changing it so that you can have some better vibes, some better connections, some better things happen in your life.
Okay.
I see it better.
You got something to say?
I just was thinking in my head when she was saying that. I'm thinking I should change my gear shift ratio. I should have said that. We were talking about dirt bikes. All right. Well, I mean, can I get an application for here for California Psychics and maybe work side by side with you until I learn the ropes?
Well, you kind of have to have a little more going on than that as far as psychic stuff goes. But you can always fill out an application, and they put you to the test. They only hire 2 out of 100 that apply.
Wow, that's impressive. So you've been through these tests, and they've found you to you've been through a lot to get this job, then?
Yes, sir. Uh-huh.
Okay, and they told me when I was on customer service, they told me that I could give you a name of a friend of mine, and you could talk a little bit about him.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely. I read from first names.
Okay. First name's only on the show. Leroy.
Leroy. Okay.
He's big. He's like big, 400 pounds, fat and black.
I'm Leroy.
What are you saying, Earl? You're breaking up. What did you say?
I said he's 400 pound plus fat black guy. He's with me right here if you want to talk to him. Leroy, come here, Leroy.
Well, I don't care.
Okay, Leroy.
Hello? Hello?
Hey, Leroy, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, honey. Do you have a question tonight you would like to start with, or I can just start right in for you because I feel like you've got some things that you would like me to look into maybe as well?
He's really shy. Leroy is really shy, and he really would like to know. He's having trouble in the women department. You know, he's just trying to get laid. Let's get real here.
Yeah. I'm having trouble with.
But he's fat. He's fat and black, so he has trouble.
Well, the black part's okay, but the fat part's not working out for me.
Well, honey, I think any of it would be okay. That's just silly. But anyway, you know, as far as it goes, I actually just think it's your attractor factor energy is not turned on. So I'm going to help you turn your energy on so that you start attracting individuals that you would like to connect with or sleep with. How about that?
All right, that sounds great. How do I do that?
Well, now let me explain. Once I give you the key, I'm going to then have to have a chance to explain. Hot pink is the attractor factor color. So what you have to do with that is exude that from your heart chakra, which is typically green, but exude hot pink from your heart chakra until you find yourself in a huge bubble of hot pink energy. Okay? Now, as you do that, what that is a call.
That's it. That's part 2.
That wasn't all of it.
That's it. That's part 2.
There's more to that, ladies and gentlemen, but we're running out of time, and we'll have to get to that next week.
We got, I was a kid, and we have like, that was 2 segments. We have, hold on, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 segments. We have 7. Oh, and I see the one that I was supposed to play that says bleeped. Played the wrong one.
You asshole.
I know, it's so stupid.
Why not delete the one that doesn't say bleep so you don't have that issue?
I don't know why I do that. I really don't. So, anyway, this has been another pitch shift. I mean, you know, if we're going to have this much material, it's going to be hard to only do an hour.
I know. We're going to have to get on here for another hour and bullshit because we didn't get to do any talking.
Denny has been messaging me about something about blowjobs.
What?
Yeah, he said, hold on. When we were talking about because I didn't bleep out your numbers, he said that I owe you a blowjob for that. and then I guess.
I like this guy.
Yeah, and I guess
Denny doesn't even listen anymore, asshole.
All right, well, Denny's blowjobs are on me tonight. Don't worry about it. I didn't use my correct name and or anything with that credit card, so I'm pretty sure I can take it to the bank and get it corrected.
And Denny says we definitely, and he capitalized definitely, have to keep. He says you guys definitely have to continue effing with the psychics. Don't worry, Denny. We are, and it's going to be on the next 2 or 3 pitch shifts that we are going to.
All right, this is a replay of the Leroy Earl Show. And, yeah, before I go, I want to let you know, Leroy here. I've been playing Call of Duty on this YouTube channel. Now, let me tell you something. I am known as Mr. 5 Seconds. Now, what does that mean? Well, let me tell you. This is a good one. Played around last night. I played it, recorded it. It's on YouTube. It's would be the video right before this one. And I was still experimenting with getting it up, getting on the YouTube channel, getting everything correct, because I'm not 14, so this stuff doesn't come naturally to me. So it took me a while to figure out how to do it correctly. Well, I got it down last night, so I wasn't really fully into the game. I was playing, but I was also monitoring volume levels and blah, 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 stuff like this, Wow. It doesn't sound very loud, but it might be loud on YouTube. I don't know, because I can't hear the YouTube feed. I hear the feed that's going out, recording for our audio, for our podcast, LeroyEarl.com, and is live on Strange Label. That's what I hear in my headphones. I can't hear YouTube, unfortunately. Maybe one of you 12, 13, 14-year-olds could give me a call some night at 330-474-9833 and tell me how to do it. But anyway, so I posted this YouTube video of me playing Call of Duty World War II on my Xbox One, which is right there. You can't see it, but it's right there. It's now in the studio setup. And Carlisi, one of our ShiFtheads, who does movie reviews for us, watched the video, and he put I was with him when he watched it. He pushes play, and he says, I bet you die within the first 20 seconds. And I died in 5 seconds. So that's how I got the nickname Mr. 5 Seconds. So I'm going to be putting up some more videos of me playing Call of Duty, and I am unequivocally maybe the worst Call of Duty or first-person shooter player in the history of video games. That's why I'm Mr. 5 Seconds. But one thing I like to do is I like to, when I do finally get you, I'm saying, you just got Leroyed. You got Leroyed on from the Leroy Earl Show. So anyway, I should probably call it quits on this show because it's 8:06. Actually, we started at 7:05, so I could have waited a little longer. As always, the Leroy Earl Show has been brought to you by DiscountWheelies.com, which I should have told you at the beginning of the show. It's a good thing that advertiser doesn't really care, because I forgot to say, the show's brought to you by Discount Wheelies and Jack and Coke tonight, baby. We got a lot of great stuff lined up. This show is exploded. That's all I can say. We're on YouTube, as you're watching right now. I'm going to move this camera over here so I can look at the screen at the same time. But I'm waiting. I ordered a USB extension cable to move it. So normally we have a total different setup here. If you're watching this for the first time, this is your first time watching the Leroy Earl Show on YouTube. Leroy couldn't be here tonight because he's not feeling well. And it didn't seem very loud, did it?
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah. We got a lot of great stuff lined up. We're live every Wednesday evening at 7:05. First pitches at 7:05 on the Strange Label Podcast Network and on YouTube here. And yeah, so I will see you guys next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A little bit drunk, so I might play some Call of Duty after this.
What will I do? I've been bombarded by spam from the Leroy Earl crew. Yes, it's true. We're deeply in love with you. Would you go to the site today and lend us a like or two? What will people think of me? Am I weird or crazy? I love Leroy and Earl. You're funny and amazing. Leroy and Earl, you never once judge me. I'll listen to your podcast, but only because it's free. America and the rest of the earth too. Leroy and Earl have a message for you. Love everyone. Stop being so damn dumb. Quit killing everyone and let's just have some fun.
All right, that's it for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. This has been the Leroy Earl Show. It's been a replay from March 13th, 2015, episode 26 of ShiFt. If you would like to hear episode 2, there's 3 of them, 2 and 3. Go to our website, LeroyEarl.com. You scroll down, you'll see a link that says Mixler. That's where we used to do our show live. It was on Mixler. And those are on there now. It'll be hard to find because it's not labeled correctly. Unfortunately, it's not labeled right. but it's the first one was March 13th, 2015, so the second one would be the next week, and the next week after that. If you can't find it, you need help, message us on Twitter, on Facebook. We'll help you find it. It's hilarious. So we'll see you next week on the Leroy Earl Show.
You are listening to the Leroy and Earl Show. It is the adult cartoon of podcasts.
Hello, this is Eric Cartman. I don't usually listen to podcasts, but when I do, I listen to the Leroy and Earl Show. I can't do it. I can't. I would never listen to this shit. The adult cartoon of podcasts, my ass.
Listen to Leroy and Earl's podcast. It's some seriously funny shit. Check them out. LeroyandEarl.com.
All right, YouTubers, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.